Hi, I'm Simon Andrews. I'm course leader for Sustainable Product Design. We often get students who join the course who haven't necessarily come through sort of the traditional path from GCSE to A-level and then straight into higher education. They may have taken a bit of time out, may not have been in any kind of education for some time, and working and sort of building skills and knowledge, but in a kind of in a different sort of environment. And those students in those situations often ask, well, what do I put in a portfolio? How can I show my equivalent learning or my equivalent development in a portfolio if I'm applying for the course? So I just wanted to kind of give you an example in this video of a portfolio like that. And I'm going to share with you a portfolio that's come from a student that ended up joining the program. And really, it kind of demonstrates that student's equivalent learning and development in the sort of time coming up to when they applied for the course. So this portfolio is put together a little bit more like a report, and actually it was presented digitally. It wasn't a hard copy portfolio, and it kind of captures some specific projects that the student had worked on, which related to kind of working or industry context, as well as sort of kind of personal projects that they were interested in. So there's some lovely kind of work here around a project examining tools, so redesigning and making better rigging tools. So obviously a particular context around working as a bosun on tool ships. And so this is kind of presented in quite a formal way. It doesn't necessarily need to be presented as formal as this, but it kind of captures the process, and there's a narrative through here around the kind of thinking about the development of these and making of these tools. So this is a portfolio there's a lot of emphasis on the process kind of aspects that we're looking at in the portfolio. A couple more pages there. There's some lovely work here around exploring chairs, so redesigning and modifying, so kind of some refurbishment projects that the student worked on, and you know, all of this work's captured really quite nicely with these photographs. And you know, I think some of these are just taken on a phone camera, just sort of capturing you know, what has been developed, and then just, you know, composed quite nicely on the page. So again, another example here of these tubular steel frame chairs with these plywood seats and backs. So remaking stacking chairs, and a really lovely job there of kind of refurbishing those and sort of injecting some lovely colour into the frames as well. A little bit more work there, some examples around repairing antique chairs, and another lovely project here in terms of developing a table as well. So you get a sense of this student, you know, being particularly interested in kind of the hands-on sort of making and developing kind of physical products, and sort of building a really kind of key skill set around materials and processes, and even a kind of, you know, a sort of a very sort of personal project around designing and refurbishing a flat as a kind of work in progress. You know, even this stuff is still kind of really relevant. It's sort of showing some real kind of practical skills, and certainly some really good sort of project management skills as well. So there's some nice things going on in that final project in the portfolio as well. It's a very brief overview, but hopefully that kind of gives you some reassurance about the different types of kind of learning and activity and how you can express that in a portfolio. If you've got any other sort of questions which you think that we could sort of help you with, in terms of if there's any particular things that you've been doing outside of a kind of formal education, and how you might express those in a portfolio, then do get in touch. If you want to contact me directly, my email is simon.andrews@falmouth.ac.uk. Thanks very much.